What's happening, BDO family? This is just a quick one about Deontay Wilder and what an embarrassment he is to the sport of boxing. I mean, this guy just gets worse by the day. I can't even defend this man anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't defend him that much anyway. But I said deep down there's a decent guy in Deontay Wilder. I thought there was, but what he's done to Mark Breland, I mean, it just doesn't get any lower than that for me. I mean, a man that's fucking basically taught him to box and been there from day one. A man that saved his life that night when he was fighting Tyson Fury. Because, let's be real, if it weren't for Mark Breland, he wouldn't be around to do a video right now. He'd be next to Michael Schumacher in the fucking coma wing. Do you know what I mean? With his beard and his dreads. You know, so this is the guy that has been thrown under the bus. Yeah. I mean, it just doesn't get any worse. Like the suit wasn't enough. You know, he blamed his gimp suit. You know, he blamed tampered hands. You know, he blamed Mark Breland for throwing the towel in. This guy just gets worse. I mean, look, the pound for pound king when it comes to excuses. Now, I didn't think anyone would top David Haye when he brought his toe out. But Deontay Wilder has eclipsed him. I mean, Deontay Wilder's probably got about 15 excuses, and 9 of them beat David Haye's excuses. And anyone who defends Deontay Wilder, and what was that video about the king is? But no, you ain't. You got no crown, you got no palace. Even your fucking missus has left you, what I'm hearing. Apparently he's become a piece of shit since the defeat.
Lord, I got a big announcement coming today.
Well, I could have told he was a piece of shit before the defeat. That fucking guy, man. You know, and apparently Breland has... sorry, I can't stop laughing. Breland has spiked his drink. The man that's been with him since day one has spiked his drink. Yet JD's, right, he's good to go, isn't he, JD's? Still an important member of the team, according to Deontay. But yeah, because he brings this tampered glove shit up. He keeps mentioning that. I mean, he talked about his head being caved in. It weren't caved in enough for me. But he talked about his head being caved in his tampered gloves. But Jay Diaz was in the fucking changing room when Tyson Fury was getting his hand wrapped. That's a sackable offence. You letting your fighter go in there with a guy who's tampered his gloves. Let's be real. You know that's not the case, Deontay. That's why you didn't sack Jay Diaz. That's why he's still there. Spit shining your boots for you. Because that is a sack. I mean, look, that's worse than anything, isn't it? Just sitting there turning a blind eye to Tyson Fury fucking around with his hand wraps and his gloves. He knows that's not the case. He's thrown a brother under the bus. Mr. Pro Black, you know, the king of Wakanda. He's thrown his brother Breland under the bus. Let's just say that. Fuck. I'll tell you what, mate. I know which one I would trust out of Breland and Dees. I'd pick Breland every day of the week. No, I don't know Mark Breland as a man, but I can tell you, I'm a good judge of character, and I know that's a good guy. I know he wouldn't do anything to fucking hurt Deontay. Yeah, this fucking clown has thrown him under the bus. And if that's not bad enough, he had the audacity to bring Kenny Bayless into this. Kenny's in it with... Kenny's part of the conspiracy along with Mark, isn't he? It's like... you know what Deontay's thinking? Yeah, these brothers, man. In with the white man to take a brother's title off him, so the white man can reign. That's how he's thinking. Unbelievable, man. Look, Kenny Bayless, and because he said, oh yeah, Kenny Bayless, he accused Kenny Bayless of taking some sort of drug before the fight because his eyes were popping out of his head. I mean, has he never met Kenny Bayless before? I mean, that Kenny Bayless walks around like that constantly. I mean, according to Deontay, I mean, Bayless is sprinkling cocaine on his fucking cornflakes in the morning. And if anything, Bayless did everything in his power to defend Wilder that night, to give him a second chance when he was fucking should have been stopped, when took a point off Tyson Fury for nothing. Yet he had the audacity to tell us that Kenny Bayless is in the plot with Mark Breland. Unbelievable. This fucking guy, man. The sooner he's out of boxing, the better. And to take his fucking dipshit fans with him. That's what he can do. Take his fucking dipshit fans with him. And that brother he's got, you know, the one that fucking gets sparked out cold every time someone lands on his chin. That one that said he was going to beat Bellew. That one. He's all right when he's fucking duffing up Brazil from behind, anyway, in front of his missus, but he fights journeyman Jim and gets sparked in around, doesn't he? Take him with you, Deontay. Take JD's. I don't want to see JD's anywhere near a boxing ring again. He's not worthy. I mean, if Tyson Fury, I mean, he's the master troll. I mean, it'd be a master stroke to just get for Tyson to get Mark Breland in there. You know, have him as part of the team. He doesn't have to be the head trainer, of course. Sugar Hill's, he's the head trainer, of course, but have him there, you know, as an assistant trainer or something. It'd be great, because I think Mark Breland did a good job with Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's a fucking narcissist, and you can't teach a narcissist anything because they know it already. Like Eubank Jr., he thinks he doesn't have to learn anything. But Deontay's worse than him. I mean, like, you know, how can you have 40-odd fights and still not know how to fucking throw certain shots? Still don't know how to get your feet in the right places. Still don't know how to have the right stance. Fucking jittery, innit? He's ever so jittery. If someone faints, he's reacting. His fucking legs in the air. He's absolute clown. I mean, anyone that defends him, man, fuck's sake.
You not gonna do my nigga like that on national television?
And the only people defend him are these race baiting YouTubers from the LDBC. They rely on YouTube to survive because they're fucking bums. So they need to feed the narrative every day, and they get these donations in. So of course they'll make it all about race and all about holding Deontay down, and you know, Uncle Tom Breland and Uncle Tom Bayliss was part of it. In bed with the white man, the house Negro. That's what they'll be calling him. Come on, man.
What is the talent that Deontay Wilder has? He has two pits of talent in my mind. One is his belief in himself, because
Black legend? This symbol of hope named Deontay Wilder? This king? I got more love for a man, a king named Deontay Wilder that actually shows love to his fucking people.
You fucking guys are clowns, along with Deontay. But anyway, I'm out of here. I'm done with this. I just thought I'd give you my 2 cents. No one's buying it, Deontay. Go and look at the comment sections. I mean, look. America's turned their back on you, bro. America's turned their back on you. There's one thing about the Americans, I mean, they're a hard bunch to get on side in the best of times. When they start hearing that shit, man, you can forget it. Deontay's irrelevant now. And like I said, that third fight will never happen. I said it after the day after the second fight. Because mentally, it's hard to get yourself right to go in there again and take an ass whooping. You just, let's be real, if you get your ass whooped, it takes a brave man to go again with someone that's just done that to you. And it was Rocky, in the Rocky film, he sort of like gave you a clue what it's like when you take an ass whooping as a fighter, because when Clubber Lang beat the brakes off him, he was having sleepless nights, and when he was running beside Apollo, he fucking, next minute he's thinking of Clubber Lang's left hooks cocking him one, and he stopped running, and his fucking legs have gone to jelly, and it affected him. And that's the thing with Deontay. I mean, look, you just don't get over beatings like that. And then he said about his caved head. You know, look, he caved me head in because he cheated with the gloves. Well, fucking, it was just one excuse to the next. I'm out of here anyway. I'm done. The football's on.
Out to Bayless, but old Kenny was dry. Them gypsy boys are drinking whiskey and rye, singing, "This is how Deontay will die. This is how Deontay will die."